Bill O'Reilly here. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update, sponsored by Tax Network USA, America's #1 choice for tax resolution. Please go to tnusa.com/bill or call 800-245-6000. Coming up next, the news with Mike Slater.
Thank you, Bill. It is Wednesday, September 24th, 2024. Here's what's happening today in America. Kamala and the border. The UN gathers, Boeing strike, and there's only one more of this store remaining. That's all coming up. And Bill's going to be here with your message of the day. But first, Kamala's team is thinking about whether they want to visit the border when she goes to Arizona on Friday. CNN is reporting that some of her team is concerned about the gap in polling, which says Trump is ahead on this issue. And visiting the border can shut down attacks from the right that she hasn't visited the border enough. I mean, visiting the border is one thing. Intentionally opening it to millions of illegal aliens, that's the real problem. Kamala said of Trump's plan for deportations, imagine what that would look like and what that would be. How's that going to happen? Massive raids, massive detention camps. What are they talking about? The UN is meeting this week, leaders from 130 countries ready to speak. A member of the Lebanese parliament spoke on behalf of the prime minister and said the latest attacks from Israel have damaged the economy of our country and threatened our social order. The latest attacks from Israel have killed nearly 500 people. Hamas says one of their leading commanders was killed in an Israeli airstrike in Lebanon. Yesterday, we mentioned the longshoremen from 36 ports across the country threatening to go on strike next week. Well, Boeing has been on strike for a week. Boeing says they've made their best and final offer to the striking union members. The company said the offer includes pay raises of 30% over 4 years. That's up from the rejected 25%. 33,000 machinists. The strike's been going on since September 13th. The striking workers received their final paycheck last week, and they're going to lose their company-provided health insurance at the end of the month. Boeing said the average annual pay for machinists would rise from $76,000 to $111,000 at the end of the 4-year contract. How many K-Marts are there left in America? 2. But soon, there will be only 1. And even that, not really. The last full-size K-Mart is in Bridgehampton, New York, on Long Island. They still have a smaller version, a minuscule version of a K-Mart in Miami, but that's it. The good news, if you're a huge K-Mart fan and you have to go, there are some still in Guam and the U.S. Virgin Islands. There's also a K-Mart in Australia, but it has nothing to do with our K-Mart. It's totally different. I'm Mike Slater from the podcast Politics by Faith. The great Bill O'Reilly, the best-selling nonfiction author of all time, with your message of the day. Next.
Did you know every day is a perfect day for peace of mind? With American Home Shield Warranty, you are covered for unexpected breakdowns like leaky faucets or faulty water heaters. Choose a plan that fits your budget and rest easy knowing repairs and replacements are taken care of. Simply contact American Home Shield when an issue arises, and their trusted pros will handle it according to your coverage. Don't let worries about appliances and home systems weigh you down. Celebrate the reassurance of protection. Don't worry, be warranty. For 20% off plans, visit ahs.com/bill. For more details, see ahs.com/contracts for coverage details, including limit amounts, fees, limitations, and exclusions. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. On this Tuesday, no doubt, if a famous person in America, movie star, sports person, singer, celebrity of any kind, begins injecting him or herself into politics, that person is going to get grief. It doesn't matter what side. If you speak publicly about politics in this country, somebody's going to come after you. So Taylor Swift endorsed Kamala Harris. Doesn't matter to me. Ms. Swift is American. She has a right to her opinion. She wants to tell everybody that she's voting for the vice president. Okay. But a lot of people got angry. And I think it will affect Ms. Swift's popularity to some degree, not a great degree, but to some. Then you have Vince Vaughn. Remember him? He was in a box watching a football game, and Donald Trump was in the box. And they passed a few words, and the camera caught it. And Vince Vaughn, who's a good guy, caught all kinds of heat just for talking to Trump. How insane is that? Late night TV has destroyed itself in the ratings for being partisan. So the message here is we live in a very volatile political age. Be careful what you yourself say, especially in the workplace, because somebody's going to come after you. I'm Bill O'Reilly. I approve the message by writing it. You can reach me, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, name and town if you wish to opine. Let's go to the mail. We got Ralph, concierge member. Ralph gets direct access to me. If you become a concierge or premium member on BillO'Reilly.com, you get Confronting the Presidents or any of my other killing books free. Tremendous deal. Ralph says, so if Kamala Harris doesn't answer questions, doesn't sit for interviews, doesn't lay out a plan for issues, how can she be so close in the polls? Emotion. Again, is hate Trump, voting against Trump. Same thing with Biden. Same thing. Jorge Torres, Hotchkins, Georgia. Bill, your deportation plan not only fair, it's brilliant. If Trump gets elected, you need to serve as Secretary of Homeland Security. Ramaswamy might get that. That's what he wants, so I'm not going to do that. But I appreciate the compliment. Thank you, Jorge. Bob Harper, San Pedro, California. Bill, it was an interesting analysis about the polls favoring women. Could account for the reason Hillary was ahead in the polls. Yeah, I'm glad I figured that out. Gerald Bagan, Boulder City, Nevada. Bill, I know this probably will not reach you. My wife and I are avid fans and congratulate you on your continuing success. It seems these days most people use the terms Democrat, leftist, socialist, communist, and progressive interchangeably. Can you explain the difference? Democrat is a party. Leftist is somebody with mostly social views, all right, liberal views. Socialist is somebody who wants the government to control most everything, but not by force. Communist is somebody who wants the government to take at the point of a gun. And progressive is a liberal on steroids. That's pretty good, right? In a moment, something you might not know. Hey, Bill O'Reilly here. America is at a breaking point. Record inflation, interest rates, debt. The last thing we need is more reckless government spending and higher taxes, and they could happen. But a Harris presidency could bring us into that zone, plus a hit to your retirement savings. So protect your savings with American Hartford Gold. They'll help you secure your retirement by diversifying with physical gold and silver. Start with a simple phone call. They'll guide you through the process, even deliver gold and silver right to your door, or place it directly in your IRA or 401k. Don't wait. These safe haven assets can protect you in an economic crisis. Call or text American Hartford Gold today. Tell them O'Reilly sent you to get up to $15,000 of free silver on qualifying orders. Call 877-444-GOLD, 877-444-GOLD Gold, or text GOLD to 65532. Again, that's 877-444-GOLD or text GOLD to 65532. Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. 218 years ago today, American explorers returned to St. Louis, Missouri after traversing North America. Their voyage will go down as one of the most dangerous and consequential in history. Here's the story of Lewis and Clark. 1803, President Thomas Jefferson negotiated the Louisiana Purchase with France. For $15 million, that would be $340 million today. The United States took control of 1 million square miles, more than doubling the entire country, much of it, in the Midwest and upper Midwest. Now, the vast interior of North America was completely unknown. There were rumors of massive volcanoes, deadly insects, even blonde-haired, blue-eyed Native Americans. To figure out exactly what he had purchased, President Jefferson organized an expedition he called the Corps of Discovery. The president commissioned his private secretary, Meriwether Lewis, and a military guy, William Clark, an Army captain, to lead the voyage. On May 14th, the crew, comprised of 24 men, left St. Louis for the American interior. The expedition traveled up the Missouri River in 6 canoes, 2 longboats, then stayed in Dakota before crossing into Montana. There they saw the Rocky Mountains for the first time. On November 8, 1805, the expedition finally arrived at the Pacific Ocean, the first European explorers to do so by land. After waiting out the winter, the men began their long journey back to Missouri. On September 23, 1806, after 2.5 years, the group arrived in St. Louis. Just 1 man perished during the journey. And here's something else you might not know. Throughout the land and river voyage, Lewis and Clark discovered 128 species of animal unknown to European explorers. The list includes grizzly bear, mountain goat, coyotes, antelope, jackrabbits, and an animal the French settlers kept as pets. Small rodents we now call prairie dogs. Back in a moment. Are you feeling the impact of recent timeshare industry changes? Now more than ever, the costs of timeshare ownership far outweigh the benefits. My friends at Lone Star Transfer are the only company I trust to help you get out. Our listeners' positive feedback demonstrates why I've supported the company for years. For more than a decade, they have helped over 20,000 owners get out of the timeshare. Their exclusive options can help you get out faster and easier, more than any other option in the country. They are the only company that will give you a written guarantee and release you from your timeshare in a specific time frame. With an A+ rating at the Better Business Bureau and thousands of 5-star reviews, customer service is their top priority. For free consultation and a guaranteed solution, please call 855-551-7066. That's 855-551-7066, or go to LoneStarTransfer.com. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.